Sean, I've been thinking a lot about this Anna's kidnapping and everything that's brought with it. Like, I don't know, Philomena's death and Robin's troubles and everything.
I know, honey, I know. We've all been thinking about it much too long.
Oh, I think it just makes us that much more appreciative of our own life, don't you think? It's brought us closer together.
That's exactly where I want to stay, too.
Yeah. We've been here so long, I forgot what we're waiting for.
Oh, I fed all the files. I sent Robert into Ozzy, the computer.
How did it check out?
I'm just waiting for one more.
Ah, well, a good way to wait. Here.
Ozzy better have something important for me.
So, maybe it's time I believe it this time.
Okay, the last one. Grant Putnam. What's the whereabouts? I don't believe this. What are those doctors thinking of?
What does this mean? What I think it means? Where in the world is this maniac?
It means I have to tell Robert about this.
Ah!
Commissioner Scorpio's office.
Yeah, Sam, this is Sean. I have to talk to Robert right away.
Sorry, he's in General Hospital.
What's going on over there? Any breakthroughs?
He didn't say, but he did say that it was important.
Well, what I have to tell him is very important, too. All right, relay this to him. Grant Putnam was released from the mental hospital that we thought he was incarcerated in just before Christmas. Right now, he is...
Look, Mr. Donnelly, I don't mean to cut you off, but the commissioner already knows this.
I just got it off the computer.
So did we. He called and had me send for the information. No one knows where Putnam is, right?
Pretty good idea.
Chief Maintenance, Pat Sullivan, contact with 6 floor nurses, Pat.
Just the people I'm looking for. Listen, have I done something to slow the elevators down the stairs?
Look, I know you're in a rush, but there's something we should tell you.
Yes, it was about 2 days ago when Robin first said the word ring to Felicia. That's when I bumped into one of the cleaning ladies who happened to be wearing a very large man's ring on her hand with a skull on it.
Did you ask her about it?
She told me it was her husband, that he had left it for her.
Where was this?
Just outside Robin's door.
Well, it could be the ring that Robin's talking about, but more than likely it's a coincidence. However, I'm going to check it out.
I hope it leads to Anna.
So do I. Listen, can you do me a favor?
Absolutely.
I've got a lead to follow up on. I've got to get back to police headquarters.
Well, what can we do for you?
Well, contact or find this cleaning lady person and tell her to bring that ring in so that Robin can have a look at it.
Okay, we'll get on
Call
it.
me any time with a word.
You got it.
Thank you.
Fine. So about this stuff.
Hello?
Mildred.
Well, she's not here. This is her mother. Is there any message I can give to her?
Yeah. Tell her Neil called. And tell her that if anybody from General Hospital calls, she don't talk to nobody. Got that? She don't talk to nobody before she talks to me.
I'll tell her.
I mean, would this sort of sloppiness be tolerated even in a backwoods sheriff's department? Well, I mean, would it be tolerated even in any kind of a business? No, it wouldn't. Heads would roll.
Come on, Robert. These things happen.
Oh, boy, do they ever. But in this police department, under my jurisdiction, I mean, with Anna Devane's life on the line here, I don't believe this.
Scorpio. I've told you over and over again, if the Grant Putnam file came across this desk, it's still here. I'm sorry, but we have very tough procedures, and you ought to know you set them up.
Yeah, well, they've gone the way of the West since my time. I mean, Sean and Felicia sit up till they're blue in the face, reading these files. They hand us Putnam on a silver platter, and we louse it up.
Oh, come on, Robert. You were just crying over spilt milk. What are you going to do about Grant Putnam tonight?
Instead
right
of
now?
rehashing everything, let's move on, huh?
Yeah.
You know, when you're right, you're right. Sam, do you suppose you could handle a phone call for me?
What's that remark supposed to mean?
Well, you know, I wouldn't want to push the Port Charles Police Department beyond their capacity.
Sir, I find that remark very offensive. Anna Devane's life...
That's too bad, because this entire department's kind of on thin ice with me at the moment. Are you going to call up Putnam's doctor at this institution he's in? When the crazies are the ones that let him out in the first place. Now, what I want possible place he had a job, friends, addresses, phone numbers, anything. Just get on it.
Yes, sir.
Robert, I know what you're going through, but that girl left here in tears.
Sam thinks you're trying to accuse her.
Gee, that's too bad. There's nothing personal in this, unless, of course, you happen to be the guilty party. I mean, the person that took the 24-hour coffee break and lost the blasted file to begin with. Now, I'm not having any of this. Not when Anna's life is at stake, and not when my child's life could be...
Hey, listen, old buddy, you are not the only one with a cornering concern for Anna. I love her, too. We all love her, and we all want her back here safely as much as you do.
All right. I didn't mean it to come out quite that way.
What you do sound like is desperate. All right, Putnam might be the answer. But he might turn out to be an also-ran as well. Look, all he is a hunch right now, not a real lead.
No, he's a lot more than that. The man's a monster. He murdered his brother, and the first time out, he murdered his psychiatrist. And he would have murdered Celia Quartermain, too, but there's one more thing.
Go on.
When we finally managed to get him into a straitjacket, I'll never forget the look on his face of totally committed hatred, totally committed evil. So don't tell me that Putnam's not the boy, because I know he's out there somewhere committed to my death and destruction.
It's made by blood run cold.
So it's like a machine trying to get even with Robert Scorpio.
Right. To get at me. To get me. Through the ones I love. Putnam has Anna. Wherever she is. But she's still alive. Must be here somewhere. Let's try the cellar.
Robert, the page look at them.
Anna! Hey, she's here!
Yes, I'm here.
Anna! We must find you. Anna, we're here.
I'm here. No! Robert! Robert, what's wrong? What is it?
She was alive a few minutes ago.
I'm alive. No! Sam, tell him I'm alive. Robert, I...
She's at the hospital.
You take me to the hospital.
I my best what to do with her. My poor baby. I was too late.
No, you're not too late.
Why couldn't I have got things? That up?
No.
Maybe she's not really dead.
I'm not really dead. Can't you see me?
You're so strong. Oh, my baby. I was too late.
Not tomorrow. I'll have to go tell
I was too late. Now I have to tell my daughter. Her mother's dead. I have to tell my daughter now that my mother's
No. Come on, Robert. There's nothing more we can do.
failed.
You didn't fail. I'm here, Robert. Sam.
I'm not dead yet.
Come in, I want Bud.
Well, you might on this one.
More good news. I don't think I can stand it.
The doctor in charge of Grant Putnam's case, he's out of town until tomorrow.
Terrific, absolutely terrific.
Has Guy Lewis gone home?
No, sir, he hasn't been home since you have, except to change clothes.
Okay.
He's out personally heading up the neighborhood search.
Get him on the radio. Tell him what's happened. Tell him we're now looking for Grant Putnam. Find me some mug shots of this guy, and let's have some repos distributed to all the units out there, ASAP.
Yes, sir, right away.
Robert, I want you to listen to me for a second. Remember how we used to say that a guy could get snowblind on a case?
You're not referring to me, are you?
By just saying that, it's the first sign that it might be true.
What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about an investigator who loses sight of the case he's working on because he's been looking at it too long and too hard.
I think you've gone out of what's left of your mind.
Look, old buddy, I've trusted you with my life, and vice versa, and I still trust you now. Because you've got the best gut instincts of anyone I've ever known.
Then what are you talking about, then?
I'm talking about proof. I'm talking about spinning your wheels, looking for something that might not be
Hey,
there.
listen, this whole case has been one big wheel spin right from the get-go. You suddenly have a longing for hard facts, times, dates, places. Well, we got them, pal, right here.
What's all that stuff?
Letters from the snowman, right up to the kidnapping. All right, we have the first one here, post-dated, New York. Then the guy started to get a little bit closer. We have Port Charles, we have Port Charles, we have Port Charles, Port Charles, and then the final one.
Which was hand-delivered, so there's a connection. But Grant Putnam was big news in Port Charles right after you put him away the first time. So I can't see how he could be here in town without somebody, sooner or later, recognizing it.
So what are you asking them now?
Thought I would ask the old WSB if they had any idea where Grant Putnam is right now.
He can't be too high on their priority list.
He is now. I put him up there a few hours ago. Maybe they'll find something.
A little soon.
Maybe not.
It is tea time, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Tiffany, honey, you are an angel. That's very, very thoughtful, Tiff.
Thoughtful? You call this thought? You don't even ask where I get china cups in a police station. I have real cream. I mean, come on.
Oh, sweetheart, where did you find all these things?
Tell you and spoil my secret? No, 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 no.
Sam, you trying to get a word in edgewise with this little party?
You're welcome.
Well, yes and no, sir.
My mother always said it had to be one way or the other, Dawn.
I'm just afraid this is going to really make you angry.
Well, let's hear it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, don't worry. This time, if the Santa Commissioner gives you any grief, I'll belt him one myself.
Yes, Sam, go on.
I couldn't figure out why the name Grant Putnam was ringing such bells in my head. I first just thought it was because of that mess 4 years ago, but I can't seem to shake the feeling that it's something more recent, so I went through my files and I found this.
Which is?
It's an arrest record of a vagrant who calls himself Eddie Smith. We picked him up last week on a routine sweep of the waterfront, and when they brought him back here, they found a wallet on him.
Yeah?
Well, the ID in the wallet was Grant Putnam. Eddie said he found it, but I just
Where's
figured
the
it was
wallet
somebody
now?
else. I should be in lost property.
Scorpio, listen, last week Officer Wells turned in a That's right, in the derelict. Correct, Grant Putnam. Thank you. It's there.
I'm really sorry to put this together.
It's okay,
before.
listen, forget it. How do we find this Eddie person?
Well, he usually sleeps in the same place. I could take you there.
Well, let's go and see what the guy has to say.
All right, sounds good.
Listen, I'd prefer it if you two went over to the hospital and saw Robin.
We'll be glad to.
You know what? For the first time in ages, I'm starting to feel that this case is close to an end. And very, very soon. Excuse me.
No.
Jim?
No.
Can you tell one thing else?
Well, no. Agent, here. Here he is.
This him?
Yeah. Eddie, wake up.
Leave me alone.
Come on, it's police. You got company.
Stop you getting me! You're talking to the police commissioner, all right?
What is this? I want to talk to you about a wallet that you had on you last week when you got busted. Property of a man named Putnam.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, not a thing. Hey, look, I told her, this cop right here, ask her. I told her I just found it laying there.
Listen to me. You lied. I'll make your life as big a living hell than you ever dreamed of.
Look, I said...
You lied, the truth.
All right. It was half out of the guy's pocket. Just half out of his pocket. And it just fell the rest of the way up. And I just leaned over and I... Take it easy. Take it easy.
Where?
Okay. Look. The guy was out of it.
Yeah.
Had some wine on his, just sleeping it off. See, and I felt his pocket and he had the wallet. See, and I just kind of borrowed it.
Where?
Just around the corner by
Where?
Duke's place. Well, last week. 3-4 days.
Sam?
All right.
This the guy?
How would I know? It was dark. I hardly even looked. I took the wallet and split it. Look. You're going to bust me. So bust me. I mean, it wasn't hardly worth it.
Tell you what, Eddie. She's
What?
have a room for the night.
You mean it, Chief?
Go.
Oh, gee, thanks a lot.
Go.
Yeah, right on. Thanks a lot, Chief. This is my lucky day.
Wish we could have found out something more definite from this guy.
Listen, go back to headquarters. Get on the line back to the hospital. Find out if Putnam had any friends or visitors.
Okay, where are you going to be?
Back to General. That ring at Robin's is now more important than ever. I've got a cleaning lady to talk to.
I hope you sent Felicia.
Good idea. She was about to drop. I'd do the same thing to you if I thought it'd do any good.
Not even a consideration.
You know, I was thinking...
Whoa. Robin's been sound asleep ever since we got here. You've not had time to quiz her about the ring, huh?
No. What did you find out from the old rummy about Grant's wallet?
Well, he admitted to taking it from what he said was another wino, but he couldn't make out Grant. It was too dark.
Proving nothing, then.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I know it's Putnam. I can feel it in my gut.
Well, I just wish the DA could use your guts to sell a jury, that's all.
Yeah, might save the taxpayers a little bit of money, don't you think?
You're just the people I'm looking for.
I'm afraid not, because I kept hitting brick walls.
That's normal for this case.
See, personnel is closed until tomorrow morning, so all her information is locked up.
This is absolutely madness. I mean, that ring is the final key to Robin's memory. Now, she lost it in this room in here. I got a feeling it's the same one belonging to the cleaning woman. Now, look, if it's Putnam's ring...
All right, then we'll send out a 6-state bulletin for him, all right?
Right, but look, I got to have proof. Somebody's got to have the bloody keys to that room. We can all read. We'll go through the files ourselves.
Well, housekeeping would have all the keys.
And she is just a temporary, so she should be in a separate file.
Did you find out her name yet?
We're pretty sure it's Mildred.
Well, then we're whistling in the wind. If we don't have her last name, we could be going through those files forever.
What are you all right?
Oh, Tiff, it's starting to get to me. We got to wait another night, another 12 hours, while Anna's out there with this maniac.
All right, why don't we all get some sleep? We have no choice otherwise.
I want to see Robin first.
I'll get it, Mama. Hello?
It's Neil.
You scared my poor old mother half to death. And what are you talking about? Don't talk to anybody at General Hospital.
Will you take it easy? I'll tell you. You know that ring you found?
What about it?
Still got it?
What if I do?
Somebody's looking for it, Mildred, and it's hot, and they know it. So we gotta be real careful about getting it back to them. And maybe, just maybe, getting a little juice on the side.
Look, I didn't steal it. I found it.
I know that, but they don't. Now, babe, I mean to help you. I'll be right there, and we'll talk about how to handle this, okay? Just stay cool.
Soon, sweetheart. Very, very soon. I promise you that. A little. But, she's going to be back with you very soon now. Why don't you go to sleep, huh?
There's something I have to say to you.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have been together a long time.
Yeah, we have.
All those years in the field, there's one lesson we learned that kept coming back at us over and over again. It's better to face the worst possible truth because it may end up kicking you in the face anyway.
You don't have to say anymore. I realize that I may have to bury Anna when I find her.
That's about it.
You know, this time it's going to be different. I've loved two women in my life. I lost the first one. Anyway, it's not going to happen this time round. I'll be damned if I'll allow any power on earth to take her away from me. I'm going to restore that woman to her child. It's the last thing I ever do.